All right, everybody, I'm Johnny Scoville, and this is an exceedingly special Chasetheheat. Today is what we've referred to as an evening or a late afternoon with Mama Scoville. She's shushing me already. All right, I got Mama Scoville off camera. Now, here's the deal. You guys have seen Papa Scoville on a bunch of videos. You've seen Sister Scoville, seen some family members. One person you have not seen is Mama Scoville. So what I've got is I've decided that a while back, you guys remember I did a post on Facebook and I said we're going to do an evening with Mama Scoville. She doesn't want to be on video. She's sitting right there. Say hi.
Hi.
That's Mama Scoville. So here's what we do. We've got some bunch of questions we've got from people here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask Mama Scoville the question. I'm giving her she can say pass and elect not to answer a given question, or she can answer them. But we're going to see how this goes. This question, the first question is from Bobby Walker.
Okay.
Now, Bobby Walker has a channel. He does like I do. He's stuff. And he goes, as someone whose mother gets concerned for them when I do reviews, my question is this. Have there been any videos that have made you say, oh no, that's too much, it's too far?
Many times.
Really? Any in particular?
When I see you eat a whole jar of something, drink a whole jar of something, you know, instead of 5 of the peanuts, you'll eat the whole tube. That's too much.
Okay. I get it. All right. This is from James Ramawea. All right. He says, do you fear Johnny's health when he does these challenges?
Not really.
Now, you know, I haven't done it that many challenges since I had the blood clots. I've really been careful. I honestly have. If you guys watch, I've done, in the first 2 years, I averaged a challenge a week for 2 years straight. I've really backed off because I'm a little bit more careful. All right, Sean Tara Smith says, Mama Scoville, did you ever think that Johnny Scoville would touch? This is a ridiculous question. I love you, Sean. Thank you for asking, but this is absurd to me, and she's going to tell you it's absurd. But what he said was, did you ever think that Johnny would touch or save as many lives as he has? But I haven't saved anybody's life. You know that.
Right. I don't think that you've saved anybody. You might have pointed them to the person who could save them.
Which was?
Jesus.
God. Amen. That's a fact. I know, Sean, you're a believer, so that's kind of cool. But yeah, listen, you guys know it's not me. It's a God thing. That's a fact. All right, Lita Bell says, how young or how old was Johnny when he started to like and eat things like peppers, as well as weird foods?
I'm not really sure. I do remember you were about 7 years old, and I made liver. And you ate 6 slices, and I thought, wow, that's so great. And you finished and you said, Mommy, I ate 6, but I am never eating it again. So I'm not really sure when you liked to start eating, you know, these weird things.
You know, it's a funny thing you bring that up. You remember Doug? My friend Doug, that I've known forever.
Right.
Doug and I Doug is a friend of mine, and I lived in Burlington, Vermont. He was buddies of mine for years. Still one of my best friends. And there was a place that he and I used to go to once every month or two. And every time I went there, I ordered liver and onions because I wanted to get to a point where I really like them. And what I found out was if you cut the livers thin enough...
No. Because when Mr. Thompson brought me that liver,
right,
I sliced it frozen like he said. So
it was super thin?
Very thin.
But I was also 7. Now it's like, here's the problem with liver with me. When you taste it, the taste is so incredible. I love liverwurst and Braunschweiger and things like that. But when you cut it up and you fry it up and you eat it, after about a minute in your mouth, it kind of changes. And the texture becomes something weird. It's a texture thing, not a flavor thing. But I like it now, more
Whatever.
so. All right, this is from, this is a great question. This is from Alan Randovenovich, good friend of the channel. He says, how long has Johnny had issues? Can't wait to hear you answer this. Well, you know what? Remember when I ran away when I was a little kid? We had a bunch of land, and I disappeared, and you couldn't find me. And I'd run across the road, and we had this massive barn, and I disappeared.
Right.
I had issues then.
But if you remember...
I don't remember.
Okay. I told you not to cross the road to get to the barn.
I know.
So as I saw you, I stopped by the lilac bush.
You grabbed a switch.
Grabbed a piece of the lilac bush, stripped the leaves off it, and grabbed your hand, and I paddled you with that thing all the way up our long driveway. Maybe that's when they started.
You guys thank Mama Scoville for that. I remember the story. I sort of remember the event, but I remember exactly the. That's funny though. All right. Let me see here. Let me see. All right.
Are you looking for a hard question?
No, I'm just this was a comment. It said Johnny Scoville, funny memories, and it said Johnny Scoville, you're a good man. Don't know how many kids you have, but I know they look up to you. I have 3. But this is I'm reading all of them. If you can say I don't want to answer it, like I said, you can pass.
Okay.
All right. How many times a day does she shake her head when she thinks of the crazy stuff you do?
Not very often.
I know you don't like my tattoos. When you see them, you shake your head.
We won't even go there with those tattoos.
So you know the funny thing is, you guys, nobody asked a tattoo question because she doesn't want to go. It's nice because she doesn't want to go there. All right. How about when Johnny was a little boy? What kind of wonder? What kind of wonder if? I kind of wonder if he was outgoing as he is now. And if he wasn't as outgoing as he is now, what transformed him, or when did he transform into becoming more outgoing?
I think that you were always outgoing. And I think about when we were skiing in Vermont, and it was the end of the ski lessons that you had, and all the kids were dressed up, and I made you an astronaut suit and bought the helmet.
Oh, I remember that.
And you strutted around like you were Neil Armstrong.
Can I tell you something though? That was, at the time, that was the cool, it was like everybody was wearing an outfit. That was without a doubt, there's a picture somewhere of it.
Yes.
That is the coolest outfit. I mean, the mask and everything, you gotta be kidding me. I was like, that was it. As a kid, that was so epic.
That's when you
High
started.
five, right there. All right, so Jonathan Bell, a good friend of mine, Jonathan Bell says, here are all those peanuts laying on Phil's side.
Acorns.
Acorns, yeah, peanuts. You know what happens? One falls, and then they start hitting other branches, and then they get like 100 fall, and they either fall on Phil's side or my side. All right, so Jonathan Bell says, what is your proudest moment of being my mom?
I think you've always had a passion to help others. And I just remember when you accepted the Lord and you said, Mom, can I do it for my brother because he's too little? I said, no, honey, he's got to do it by himself.
But he did.
Yes, he did.
That's pretty cool. That's a proud moment. What is the funniest thing Johnny ever did that you saw? That's from Zach Mathis.
Let me think.
See, there's funny and then there's weird. When I ate the June bug, that wasn't really funny, but
I think when we had that big snow in Vermont, and
which one?
Well, I don't remember exactly which one, but you and your brother were on the roof doing flips off the roof into the snow.
Yeah, I remember
and
that.
I took great pictures.
There's some cool pictures of that too.
Yep,
I remember
there
that.
are.
All right. Oh, see, I don't know if you want to answer this, but I'm going to ask it. Rafael Kananen from Philippines, a good friend. I met him in Manila. He said, "What trouble did Johnny get into that you won't forget?"
I don't know. I think I must have forgotten them all.
Amen. Thank you.
I know that you got in trouble, but I just don't remember.
Good. We'll stop there. Let's move to the next one. Here's a good one. Mama Scoville, what's the hottest pepper you've ever eaten?
A pepperoncini.
Really? We'll work on that.
No, it's okay.
Let's see.
I don't like it when you say to me, this pepper, is it hot, Johnny? And you say, not really.
I know, I do that a lot.
And then when my tongue touches it, my tongue is on fire. So a pepperoncini.
Do you remember, I had a pen that I had in my house. I was clicking on it, and I was using it to poke a pepper. And somehow you put the end of the pepper in your mouth, the pen in your mouth, and you're like, my tongue is burning. Do you remember that?
No.
I remember
See,
that.
I don't remember the bad.
All right, so here's a good one. Did Mama Scoville consume hot peppers when you were pregnant with me?
Absolutely not.
No, but you know what you did do? And this is the truth. My mom would
I
not
know what
lie
it
to you
is.
about anything.
Pepper and egg and onion.
Green pepper and egg and onion. She would scramble it up in the morning and she would eat that all the time. But even though it was not a hot pepper, it was a pepper nonetheless.
It was a bell pepper.
Yeah, but you got me going. That's what started. All right. That's another. Somebody, Willie Morris also asked, "What's the spiciest thing you've ever eaten?" But that's probably a pepperoncini. Okay. Scott Lazarus from Little Acres says, "I know what Papa Scoville's favorite jam is. It's his huckleberry. What is your favorite jam or favorite fruit?"
The one that is not spiced up, you mean?
Anything, whatever your favorite jam is, whatever your favorite fruit
I
is.
love apricot jam.
Do you really?
Yes.
I have some.
No,
Without it? No heat in it whatsoever.
None at all.
None.
Okay, I'll try it.
Okay, good. And guess who made it?
Scott.
Yes. Okay, here's an interesting one. James Werner. This is a weird one. There are some questions. Listen, I'm a pretty humble guy, and when people, you know that one of the issues I have with my channel is that you guys see me as a special thing, and you know I'm not.
That's right, he's not.
I'm telling you, but the divide between how you see me and what I know I really am is so wide, it's almost violent at times. And this is a question that makes me feel like you guys don't see me for what I really am. But James Werner says, ask her if she ever would have thought that my name would be a staple at people's dinner table around the country and the world. Every time I prepare hot foods, my kid says does your friend Johnny Scoville approve? Which my answer is always yes, but he can handle more heat than I can. It is a weird thing. You never thought this would happen.
No, but you know what? Never thought that it would be the same thing with your sister or your brother or with me or your father. You know, as you say, people really don't know us. They think that we are a lot better than we are.
And we're not.
That's right.
So you guys don't realize, I mean it, I tell you guys this a lot. One of the biggest struggles I've had is that, really, I remember the first video, Mom, the first video I ever uploaded, 4 days later a person made a comment saying, I'm your biggest fan. I remember I literally had to read that comment like 2 or 3 times because it didn't even make sense to me. And I struggle with it because I'm such a normal guy and people don't see me that way. But anyway.
No, I don't know how normal you are. Okay.
But some could say the apple didn't far fall from the tree. How do you respond to that? If I'm not that normal, am I just a weird thing? Like a pepper plant once in a while will throw a strange pod. Am I the strange pod? You're a pepper plant through?
When I was in college, my best friend told me that kids get all their bad things from their father. And I didn't believe it until I had children. And I saw that was true.
But do they also in turn say the good things I got from my mother?
Absolutely.
So my good qualities are from you.
Absolutely.
And my bad ones are from my father.
Yes.
There you have it. All right. Mama Scoville, let me read this to you. Okay, this is an interesting one. Nipet Napai from the Philippines asked, Mama Scoville, Johnny said that he's not good in a romantic relationship. What can you say about that?
I agree, Nanette. Absolutely.
You know, and I'm really honest. I always tell you guys that I'm good at what I'm good at, but I'm really bad at what I'm bad at. I'm just honest with you guys. All right. Hang on 1 second. All right, here we go. Scott Michael, who I love. I met him in New York. He's such a friend of the channel. You have no idea. Every video he makes a comment on, I always coming back. He's such a good guy. I was on the phone with him yesterday. But Scott Michael says, how does it feel to have a son who has harnessed the power of fire?
Yeah.
Okay, Darren Miller says, if I asked Papa Scoville, how hot is your wife, and he said she's a 10 on my scale, does that mean you're actually a 15? See, here's the thing. You guys are funny. If I turn this camera, my mom was a lifeguard when you met my dad.
Correct.
And there's a picture. I should post it in a video someday. There's a picture of my mom. She was sitting, a lifeguard. She's sitting on a diving board. Remember that picture? And the caption in the newspaper said, you had a whistle. It said, boy, you'd wish Irene would laugh at you. Would whistle at you. That's my mom's name, by the way. But, and you were a 10 then. You were, honestly, who's that? Who's that right there?
I'm not turning around.
Turn around. He can't see us. Who is that?
No,
Look
you're
right
going
there.
to turn that.
No, I promise you I won't. He looks like he's almost having trouble walking. He's got like a hairnet on, and he's literally. If I'm lying to you, I'm dying. He's in the middle of the road, walking straight down the middle
Okay,
of the road.
we'll keep watching.
We're going to
and
keep
see.
watching him. If I split, it means he needs help. Does that look a little odd to you, Mom? Come
No,
on.
but you have to give him credit because it's a struggle, but he is walking.
He ought to be on the sidewalk. He doesn't have he's not as fleet of foot to dodge a car.
Okay.
And there's a white Prius that flies through here sometimes at night.
Okay, wait.
All right. Let's go to the next one. All right. When Johnny was a little boy at Halloween, did he dress up as a ghost or a ghost pepper? That's a good question. This is from Kelly Farrell.
That's cute.
I had some of the coolest costumes
But
ever.
I made them.
Exactly.
And once you were one of the three bears. Another time you were a scarecrow.
Was I ever a pirate?
No, I don't think so. But you were a snowman once.
I don't remember the snowman. I remember the three bears, I think.
Yeah, you guys were cute.
All right. What is the most memorable thing that Johnny made for your family that you won't forget?
Well, I don't know how many people know that you carve things.
I don't think they do.
And I think the hands that you gave me.
I carved a set of hands, you guys. I should get them. They're actually in my house. They're just like this, and they're literally my hands. I should have planned for this and have them sitting right here.
Right, you should have.
Should I run go get them? It'll take
No,
2 seconds.
That's another video. For
You're
another
right.
time.
But boy, I'll tell you, when I tell you that it looks like my hands, I mean, it took me 6 months to make. That's a pretty cool thing.
That was I really like that.
You know what Brent Richardson says? The house timers that I have in the house are on a timer to go off every day. And every day when I do my live video at a certain time, right there, the light goes off. Brent Richardson says he always feels your presence when the light goes on. That's kind of cool. All right.
That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, well, listen, it's my family. Okay, are there family members in our family, either living or deceased, that have had unusual food cravings or quirky things that set them apart? Like with eating in particular, I think. This is from Duke Iman. Duke makes some of the greatest heated salts, artisan salts I've ever had. Go check them out.
I think Grandpa was kind of crazy with.
On Dad's side?
Yeah, with some of the fish things.
Oh, he did. He did. He loved pickled herring.
Yeah,
The first time I ate pickled pig's feet was with Grandpa and Dad.
Well, as your brother once said, that an animal has so many good parts. Why would you eat the feet?
It's true, but I just came back from Manila. And I ate soup number 5 in Manila. I don't want to go into it right now, but it's...
I told that to your brother, and he said, I can't believe that. He said, the beast, the bull, weighs a metric ton.
all
And
that
there
meat.
was so much good meat, and he chose something that was yucky.
Listen, it's a Manila thing. It was pretty cool. All right. Okay. Do you like my taste in music? I'm not sure if you know my taste in music. I like it.
It's pretty diversified that you have. Some of it I like.
Well, the older stuff
I'm
I
so
like.
glad you don't like rap. You don't, do you?
I'm such a rap fan. She doesn't know it.
Are you really?
No, not really.
Oh, good.
No, but listen, I accept that. I don't down it. It's just not something I
Well,
choose to gravitate
You know,
towards.
the music that you grew up with when you were a teenager and in college, I like that. And you listen to that quite a bit.
It's pretty cool. I'm surprised you said that. You like Slayer?
What?
Slayer.
Never
Say
heard.
yes. High five me.
No, I don't.
Please,
like
throw me a
that.
high five for
I
Slayer.
don't know what it is.
Okay. Christy Grimwald also asked if you craved food when I was pregnant, but we already answered that. All right, this is an interesting question from Joseph Chillihead Trudeau says, what moment of my life before 18 left the biggest impact on you? That's an interesting question. Before 18. Think of high school.
I just think of the last football game, you know, walking down with Dad had your jersey on and you had the other jersey on, and it was nice. And no one was, tackling you or pushing you down or doing anything.
You guys want something funny? My mom she'd come to my football games and she would sit in the bleachers behind me. Even though there's like tons of people and a band and cheerleaders, my mom had this bellowing voice, and I would be on the field and she would say,
Push them down.
Johnny, push them down. Or don't touch my son. Get away from my son. And when I played I was on the basketball team, and one day, it's a true story, the guy was taking a ball in bounds, and he's trying to take a ball, and I'm doing this, trying to block it. And what did you say? Get away from my son? Don't touch my son. Don't touch Johnny or something?
They should know how big I am. 5 feet tall. I would have taken anybody.
You know, a funny thing. Let's talk about that. You're 5 feet tall. Do you know what you told me my whole life?
What?
You were 5'1½".
I thought I was.
No, here's the deal. I remember when I was a little kid, when you're a little boy, listen, I was little. My dad was 6'4". I was a little dude, so it took me a while to catch up. So I had on my door, I would have a pen or a pencil. I'd mark my head. I knew it 1 foot, 2 foot, and I would do it so much. There were times, like every couple of days, I'd mark it. But I remember marking it and going, wait a minute, that's 5'1½". And I would walk downstairs and stand next to you. I'm like, wait a minute. So you're not 5'1½", but that's cool.
But see, I married somebody tall so that my kids would not be midgets.
Yeah, nice work.
So,
Yeah, but you don't understand something. If Papa Scoville had married a woman, taking nothing away, I love you so much. But if she were like 5'6", I'd have been like 6'3".
Yeah, but then you can clean the top of the refrigerator really good because you can see it.
Amen. What advice to other moms with crazy food addiction, sons with crazy food addictions? Do you have any advice?
Just keep offering peanut butter and jelly. They might want to eat that.
Did you ever make this is from, that was from Andrea Agwin, from Inland Rabbit's Chilli Mystery. Did you ever make a dish hotter for Johnny because, with the thought of him liking it more, that you were unable to eat yourself? I can answer that, but I don't think so.
No, because...
But do you remember when we were young, like I would always ask for extra heat on anything, make it extra hot? I was just kind of always like that.
Well, it's like somebody who wants more salt. Put it on yourself. I don't have to give it to everybody.
Dina L. Brothers Moffat says, has Johnny Scoville always eaten weird things? Oh, I got a funny one. Do you remember one day when I was about, I don't know, it was probably 8 or 9? I lived in Vermont. I was sitting on the front porch of our house. Beautiful, a lot of acreage of land. Do you remember this?
I do.
And there was a, you know what I say?
A caterpillar?
Not a, oh no.
Oh, a June bug.
A June bug. This June bug. You ever see a June bug? It's this big thing, and it's a big beetle. It was laying on its back doing one of these numbers. It couldn't move, and it had its legs going like this, and it couldn't get up. And I was looking at it. We both kind of looked at it. I picked it up on it. Do you remember that?
I do.
I chewed up, crushed up, and ate it. And I did it. You know why I did that, right?
Why?
I didn't have a YouTube channel. I did it just to freak you out. I swear to you, that was the only...
It worked.
Did it?
Yeah.
But you were thinking the time I peeled a caterpillar. But I was a little kid then.
Right.
I was a little kid, and apparently
but you didn't eat it.
I did not eat it. I had... Look at little kids. It's almost like if you give it like an ape a kitten, he's going to pull the kitten apart. That's what apes do. I was an ape. You give a caterpillar to a 3-year-old, he's going to peel it.
Not normal, kid.
Hot Sauce Chunky Tim, a good friend of mine. Tim, I met Tim in Chicago, met his son Brandon. Really good guy. He's a police sheriff. He's just a good dude. He goes, what do you think of Johnny's success on Chase the Heat?
I am surprised that he's got such a following, but I'm very happy for him.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Now, believe it or not, that's all the questions.
Good. Let's say bye.
Now what we're going to do now is I'm going to take the camera off. I'm going to turn to the right. I'm going to show you my mom. No, I'm kidding. I wouldn't do that. But listen, I want to thank you guys for watching. This was a really cool time, with a little bit of intimate time with Mama Scoville and I. Thank you guys for paying attention. I know we've been talking about it for quite a while. Mom, I love you. Thank you for doing that for me.
I love you too.
Thank you.
Okay.
You guys are great. Maybe we'll get part 2. We'll do this again. I'm Johnny Scoville. Oh, by the way, right here, you'll see a pepper. That's the Chase the Heat floating pepper. Click the pepper, become part of our family. If you do that, you know, we're doing this thing together. If you don't want to miss a video, click the bell right there when you click that pepper for notification, and we will notify you when we upload new ones. Thank you for hanging out with me. I'm Johnny Scoville, and this was Chase the Heat.